Going on, everybody? It's Rev. Welcome back to the channel. Just getting up, got my coffee. I'm gonna start this event, get a little bit of morning dauntless in. It's gonna be a grand old time. I hope y'all are doing well today. We're going to be working towards a lovely level, probably like level 16, level 17. Gonna try to get up there so we can start getting back into escalation. I wanted to go back into escalation with like fully power surge gear and start working towards those legendary weapons. And in particular, there's some Terra escalation gear that I need for a super secret build that for a project that me and Doe are going to be working on here as I start powering up the account again. It's going to be interesting, an interesting prospect. I think my event bugged out because it wasn't able to spawn anything after I fought the duel, so we'll just go ahead and end our suffering with the Valamir kill. When you got the Boreas sword versus Valamir, it's a little bit different. I feel like you're just able to pump so much more damage, but it might just be a illusion. It might be that Predator had more uptime in that fight because I did stun lock it quite a bit. Will shot up next, but the amount of content, like I've been able to provide more content without burning out nearly as hard, right? Like whenever you do something a lot, there's obviously going to be like minor repercussions of burnout, but if I was streaming the game, it would be a lot different than if I was creating just videos for the game. And that's why I'm doing it the way that I do, because I used to stream this game all the time. Is when I need to provide a stream, I need to provide 4 hours of dauntless, which might not particularly want to do, but it also might not be good for the longevity of my content, right? Like I'm having a lot of fun just playing the game and getting my account up back to where it was, and it's something that people can take as a journey at their own pace as opposed to like needing to be there for the streams. And that's something that PvE games like really lack in the streaming sphere, is the longevity to, you know, keep content going for as long as the streamer wants to, right? Because I mean, at some point it's just like I need to log in, play for 4 hours, and have either like hyper accelerate towards the things that I want to do and not really do anything else, or just like help carry people through the content and ruin that same experience that I ruined for myself for other people. And that's one way to look at it, right? Like that's not necessarily true. Like I like playing with my community, like don't get me wrong, but it's still a threat, I guess, as a content creator. I don't want to carry people through content that they're not, like they shouldn't have been able to complete 100% of the time, right? It's always been like a worry of streaming the game for me. And so I just kind of like, that's why I try to play solo, right? Like I'm not always doing hunting grounds with people. It's just, I don't know, this is just kind of like the ramblings of a person that's been playing the game for a long time. But I want people to be able to enjoy the game. I want to be able to enjoy the game, and ultimately the better you get at a PvE game as a player, you start like subconsciously ruining the game for yourself and subconsciously ruining the game for other people, just because you're just accelerating all the way through. And that's why it's important that this game has a lot of like longevity in crafting all the weapons and all that stuff. The game is more of like a journey, I guess. But I'm curious what my community is currently playing in the gaming realm, because when I'm not playing Dauntless and like recording videos and stuff, I picked up a League again. I've been playing like TFT, and this TFT season is pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. There are a handful of comps that are kind of weird, but and you see them all the time, but I feel like that's every set. But there are some that are particularly annoying. But overall, I'm enjoying the TFT season. And I've also been playing a little bit of ranked. I think I just hit silver on Summoner's Rift. I don't know. I haven't been playing too much, but I've never gotten super far in League of Legends. It's never been a game that I like hyper invest time into like I do with other games. I have fun playing Summoner's Rift. I've met a lot of cool people on League of Legends over the years that have been playing, because I started my account. Well, technically I've started my account in beta, but I didn't really start playing until season 2. I remember when I picked up the game, Wukong was just getting released. And it was around the same time that Riven was also getting released as well. I think it was Wukong and then it was Riven, but I could be getting mixed up there. Anyway, I went back to League recently, and I've been having a decent amount of fun with it, doing TFT and Summoner's Rift. I've been playing Apex on the side with Doe. I'm literally 1 point away from... I should have done anything to parry that, and I'm 1 point away from platinum in Apex Legends. But yeah, I play a lot of different games. I'm curious to know what my community plays and what they're excited about, you know, releasing and stuff. So let me know in the comment section if you want. I can gauge how fun an island is by like how chill this is for me. Like I mean, I don't know if this video is like a chill video for you, but I am enjoying the ability to kind of just like chill, level up. A lot of these behemoths are just kind of like pushovers, and so it actually is just kind of like early morning dauntless and chill sort of vibes, and I'm appreciative of that. That wasn't even a successful dodge. I just straight up didn't get hit by the enraged burst. Very strange. Man, I remember when behemoths didn't have that like Super Saiyan red aura. But yeah, this island's really good. It has some of the best loot, right? Like Hellion weapons and stuff. Karabak is another good Terra weapon. Skarn is here, another good Terra. I actually need Terra for a bounty. I think I have a gold Terra behemoth bounty. Yeah. So I need to be focusing these Skarns and Karabaks, but Embermane, not so great. We have Quill Shot, which is, you know. Scorchstone can spawn via this event that I'm heading towards right now. And then we have... I mean, that's about it. We have this lovely behemoth right here. Smiley face. I'm seeing my damage numbers, like, as I keep prestiging, I mean, as I rightfully should, as I keep prestiging, I do see the damage increase slowly coming in as we go, because, like, I was level 15 when I started this video, and Valamir should be dead. I tried to discipline there. I was debating whether or not I should Avenging Overdrive or use... That's unlucky. I was debating whether I should use my Discipline or my Avenging Overdrive there. And the answer is always just like use your Discipline parry whenever you can, because it gives so much added benefit. Unless you're going to immediately die afterwards for getting the Disciplined buff, like the fully stacked Disciplined buff. Then you should Avenging Overdrive, because surviving is more important. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to want to be pressing the... Discipline button. Fun fact about Rezakiri. Did you guys know that once upon a time, when Shroud and Rezakiri were getting released, they were actually a lockout style behemoth? Like, you were basically gated to run Rezakiri once, I think it was once a week. Maybe it was like once every other day. I don't know. I don't remember the full logistics of it, but once upon a time, you were locked to fighting Rezakiri once a week, but you could join other Slayers killing their Rezakiri, like joining their party. So it was like you had to look for people that didn't have lockouts or like join a group of 4. It was really weird. I don't know why they did it that way, because what it really just led to is just typing in chat like, hey, I'm looking to do Reza because I can, and you know, not everybody could complete it, so obviously the people with the most experience were the people that you wanted in your party regardless. And yeah, it was really weird, and I don't know why they did it that way, other than to just time gate people getting the best stuff in the game, because back in the day Rezakiri and Shroud gear were like some of the best stuff, even like the Shroud weapons are really good, and they're still good, but not as useful as like Riftstalker is. Like once Riftstalker dropped, I remember there was just a huge shift to using those weapons. They were so strong on release. Yeah, interesting little thing. The production of those two behemoths were so cool to follow. Reza is just a very cool behemoth in terms of like the moves and the spectacle of it all. Granted, it's pretty straightforward behemoth now after fighting it for so many years, but it's just interesting to see the development cycle of the game and how they've gone from like lockouts to Slayer's Path to Mastery, all these like different systems that come in and out of the game. Might bug some people, but for me, I don't know. I like when the games are trying to like spice it up, even if it's not for the better, you know, chances are it's not going to be permanent. I do honestly believe that the reason why I play Dauntless as much as I do is, I mean, it's obviously the combat, but it's the sword. Like, it's probably like a good meme, but you know, I just like playing the sword. I think it's really just like a really fun weapon. And while I do play other weapons, it's definitely the one that's kept me in the game, you know? You know, it's very beginner friendly, so I can chat while I'm doing videos like this, but I can also, you know, sweat with it, and it deals relatively decent damage. And yeah, I don't know. I like that. I like that there's levels with the weapon. I think that's probably like why the weapon is as popular as it is. I think that having like levels of difficulty is really hard to pull off in a lot of cases, and I think that this weapon definitely pulls it off. That was the worst attempt I've ever done. It's weird hitting the jump button and then hitting the parry button, because for me it's F and then V while I'm midair, so it's kind of like this weird, like I need to hit it with the same button or with the same finger on the keyboard, and it's awkward. So it might be different for controller players, but for PC it was weird. I need to probably rebind in order to land a interrupt like that, at least simply. I've done it before, but yeah, it's just a weird feeling pressing those two key combinations. Another fun fact about behemoths is that when Koshai was released, it was considered the like apex predator. It was supposed to be stronger than Shroud, and or at least have the same caliber as Shroud and Rezakiri, who, I don't know, I guess it's just like Umbral and Radiant are supposed to be like the superior elements in terms of like the behemoth hierarchy, but Koshai was supposed to be of the same caliber. This was before it was even considered a Terra behemoth. Terra didn't exist when Koshai released. It was just a neutral behemoth that was weak to fire, and that's why it was so easy to kill back in the day, was because the Hellion weapons did exist. And but yeah, Koshai got absolutely destroyed by all the Hellion weapons, so I forget that the head doesn't have a hitbox. That interrupt is so ridiculously easy now. I don't know what they did to it. It used to be fine, and then they changed it to make it really hard, and then they've changed it to make it really easy, and now I'm just confused. Some of the decisions that they make for changing hitboxes is weird. There are some that are just so bad on certain behemoths, and then they go ahead and change like Pangar's head hitbox, and it's just like, what? But yeah, Koshai is supposed to be like one of the apex predators of the Shattered Isles, but surprise, Koshai is not very difficult. Hey, we had level 17. That's always good. Let's see, we got any bounties here? Nope, we kind of got shafted on bounties here. We need to interrupt, slay 8 behemoths, and kill more Koshai. We do have an Aether Surge, which is good. I'm gonna kill one more behemoth while that timer ticks down. Dude, being able to, I don't know what causes this bug, but being able to sprint and pop potions feels so good. And that was a bug like speaking of Koshai, like that that bug first started coming into the game when Koshai was put into the game, and I was like, dude, it feels so good to be able to do that. So one thing Dauntless has like kind of going for it, like if the sword has kept me in the game, the movement feels good for like a combat game. Overall, the combat system of Dauntless is what probably people play the most for, right? It just feels good to like beat stuff up, and the weapons are interesting enough, or at least some of the weapons are interesting enough. And yeah, I don't know, it's just there are some things that I wish that they would keep. Even like there were some, it's interesting how game development, a lot of the things that become features were initially bugs. Like there's a video in the FGC where doing combos was not like an intentional thing. It was supposed to be like one hit at a time, sort of like you take your turn and then you know, and then you're on defense and try and score a hit that way. But doing a combo when Street Fighter was first going on, that was a bug. Like doing a combo was the byproduct of a bug, which is just interesting to think about, right? So in the same vein, like popping potions while being able to sprint is technically a bug, but it feels really good. So I don't know, should it become a feature? Who knows? Who knows? Hit that interrupt. I think that in my next video, so we'll probably hit level 18, and then the next video will be grinding in the Twilight Isles, or the last island with Shroud, because I saw a comment on my Valamir video, I think, that was pertaining to that island. Like, people don't like, they avoid it because they just don't like the behemoths on it, which is understandable. But I've felt like since coming back, it's not as bad as it was, and so maybe people have just kind of like stopped going there for a while. But I think with the cell changes, it's slightly improved, and so I want to kind of like showcase that, hopefully. And the reason why I'm actually kind of, what is this behemoth doing? And part of the reason why I want to go there and start leveling there and get more comfortable there is because of the lack of Valamir. And a lot of people are asking, like, after making that Valamir is cringe video, why I don't like Valamir. A lot of it has to do with from like a content creation standpoint. Like, I just don't think the fight is very interesting, and also I don't really feel like there's much of a spectacle. It just ends up taking too long. There's a lot of bugs surrounding the behemoth, like the audio bug that happened today, where I need to kind of like switch stuff up. I don't know, there's just a lot going on with that behemoth that just doesn't really seem to get fixed. The missing hitboxes, like from the lasers, like getting hit from the lasers randomly, where you seemingly just get hit by nothing. Yeah, that's just poorly displayed hitboxes on the lasers, and they just never seem to get fixed, which is kind of disappointing, because I do think that Valamir looks cool. It's just that the fight as mechanically is not sound, and it's just not very good in my opinion. It's obviously over exaggerated for the video's sake, but and for the meme, but it is not a good fight in my opinion. Style points. Claimed all the bounties, but you know, the events have a knack for spawning like right towards the tail end of what I'm doing, so we'll go ahead and finish this event. I should probably watch the behemoth. Probably. Activate overdrive, should be popping more discipline, but you know, we still have 3 stacks. It's not bad. There we go. Big damage incoming. Big damage incoming. Look at that. Look at those numbies. Ow. And it's dead. All right. Discipline is a very high damage, so we might even hit level 19 off of this event, depending on how spicy it is. Tear back and Rage Tail should be relatively easy. I'm gonna actually just break the tail, I think, here. Probably not the smartest choice with all the bugs on me, but this way I just get the easy damage, easy early damage. Dang it. I got the head break, greeted it, and ended up suffering. Both behemoths are together. That was my time. Okay. One down, and we leveled up. Nice. Almost jumped into that. Okay. 3 stacks of discipline. Gonna roll this and then throw that. This will get me overdrive. If not, just straight up kill the behemoth. Stop. Yep. KO. And I'll try and sever the tail before it dies, I guess. How do I want to kill it? Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm gonna try and kill it with the bombers, I guess. Oh, maybe a discipline parry. Yeah. All right. Not as flashy as I wanted to end the video on, but you know, it is what it is. You take what you can get. We got 2 shards, we got 2 rage soul shards, and we also got 2 stone hearts. So yeah, I mean a little bit. We got 4 rare cores, 50 exploration merits, 5,000 rams. Not bad, not bad. And we're well into our prestige level 19, and so we'll do the Twilight. What is that? What is that hunting ground called? Twilight Sanctuary is what we're gonna be going to next, and we'll fight some shrouds. We'll just kill more behemoths there, and yeah, it should be a grand old time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.